Yes, welcome to Football Heritage TV. Today for 10 in 10, we have somewhat football Man United royalty. Rants and Bants is in the house with his Ronaldinho backdrop. How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. How you doing, mate?
Yes, very well, thank you. Very well. This is the show for anyone who hasn't seen. It's just 10 to 12 minutes where I put YouTubers, ex-players and pundits on the spot and ask them 10 quick-fire questions. And whatever they say, it can't be right or wrong. This is their opinion. So are you good to go, Rants?
Yeah, let's go, man.
Let's do this. Okay, the first question's a nice, easy one for you. The best Man United game you've seen and why was it the best game?
What, in person?
It could be person, TV, whatever you want to do, man. It's your choice.
Manchester Derby, Michael Owen. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Michael Owen winner, bro. Like at the depth. Like that's the best game I've been to. Like it's the best game I've been to just because, bro, last minute winners are the best games anyway. Do you know what I mean? And to do it in a derby, absolute crazy scenes. I remember I nearly got my neck broken. Someone jumped on my back. Like, it was crazy. Like, mad. In the stand. It's not even safe to do that. Do you know what I mean? But you just lose your head when stuff like that happens, innit? So, I think, yeah, that springs to mind for sure.
Okay, so Man United, I seem to remember, was it a through ball to Michael Owen? I feel like it was ping.
Took a touch and then like ping, like outside of the foot, kind of like just played it across the keeper. But nah, man, it was mad. The scenes were crazy.
God, just think the kids of today won't remember how good Michael Owen was. Next question for you, moving on nice and quickly, is the best Man United player in the Premier League era. Now, you've had a lot of success. You've seen a lot of top players. Who's your favourite player since the Premier League started at United?
Eric Cantona. That's it. Like, no comparison. There's no one else. There's no one anywhere near him that I've ever seen play for the club, innit? Like him. I think him and Scholesy are my favourite, but he's on his own, innit, Eric, for me.
I mean, you've had some good strikers. I mean, you mentioned Owen, you've had Tevez, you've had Van Nistelrooy, York, Cole, Sheringham, Van Persie. What did Cantona have over those guys then? What was it that made him elevate?
I think Cantona had aura. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's something that a lot of modern players don't have. Like, he's just got an aura about him. You know, like the top players just have an aura. Like, they got a force field around them. That's what Eric had, man. He had the touch, the quality. He was physically strong as well. Like, he had a short fuse as well. Like, he was just everything about him. He was entertaining. Like, in every way, shape, or form. Like, do you know what I mean? And he just oozed just quality, man. Eric Cantona, for me, is like, I don't know, when I watch him, it felt like when I watch players, like when I watch Zizou and players like that, they just look like they're just so much better than everyone else. That it's
without trying.
Game. Yeah, they're just playing a different game, innit? I think Cantona had that.
Yeah. No, listen, top players. Also exiled, like my boy Ginola. They're both exiled from the France team. Quality players. Next one. Where will Man United finish this season and why? And I'm going to tag a little bit on the end. And will Ten Hag be there to see the end of this season?
If I was going to guess, I'd say we're going to finish probably 6th or something. We won't finish in the top 4. Like, we could scrape 5th, but I don't think we finish in the top 4. I'm going to say 5th or 6th. If I had to pick one, I'd say 6th. I don't even think we're good enough to make the top 5. Because if I think we're not better than Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and even Spurs, when they get their players back, I just don't think we're good enough to finish above these guys. So I'd probably say 6th. Will the manager be there? I hope not. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Ten Hag, you're top of the form table, ain't you? You're flying.
We ain't played no one. Literally haven't played no one though. Our goal difference is 0. Man.
I know. You're beating all the Lutons, the Evertons, the Sheffield Uniteds, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so Rants is going with 6th, possibly 5th. Next one, the age-old debate. I think the kids love it. The internet loves it. Who was better, Messi or Ronaldo, and why? I think I know your answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Messi. You're just better than Ronaldo at everything. Like, do you know what I mean? To me, I don't think it's a fair comparison. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a fair comparison. I think Messi's so much better than him, that it's disrespectful. And this is what it is. I think stats are the only thing that makes it a debate, a genuine debate. If it was just
Right.
pure like eye test and you just saw tapes of the two players, you can see which one's so far clear of the other, innit? I think the numbers are the only thing that makes it competitive.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. If you were just watching and there was no such thing as stats in football, one's just a joy to watch. The other is an
An
athlete. I
efficient,
think that would
yeah,
be
an efficient,
yeah,
efficient
yeah.
player. Do you know what I'm saying? But Messi's special, man. Messi's, oh man, like people are questioning, like how if he was human. Like, do you know what I mean? Messi's different. You know
Is
what I
he
mean? Messi's
human?
built in a lab. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
no. It's
yeah.
not. It's
All
not. It's
right.
not the same.
Lionel Messi it is. This one, not about any player or club. This is, if you could get rid of one thing from football, what would it be? Obviously, we've had a lot of things added to football over the last 5-10 years. They're trying to make it a lot more robotic. Is there anything in particular you would get rid of to make football better?
Yeah, stats. You know what I'm saying? I'd get rid of them. I don't think the public should have access to these things, man. Leave them to the doctors and the sports scientists and all these guys in the club. Like, I don't believe the average football fan should have access to these things because it just ruins the game for me, man. Do you know what I mean? You can't even have proper football conversations anymore. People just throwing numbers at you. Like, it's boring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just get rid of that. Go back to the good old days where we just watched the game and we got our opinions from watching the game, innit?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you know what? Most of the people we've asked so far, the answer has been VAR, and I thought you were going to say that, but yeah, stats is a really good one as well. Like that. This one, you might be a few contenders for this, but who is the worst player you have seen since you supported Man U in a Man United shirt?
There's loads of different answers. The reason why is you can go for the players you think's got the least ability, and then you could think of the players compared to how much you paid for them. Do you know what I mean? Because if you look at Anthony right now, 100 million euros, he's the worst player I've ever seen play for Man United that's cost that much. Do you know what I'm saying? But then you can go back to other signings that maybe we've signed and it hasn't worked out, like Massimo Taibi or like or we can look at players like Bebe or maybe like David Bellion and stuff like that. Like, we've signed some bad players, innit? We've had some bad players, but I don't know, man. For what we've paid, I can't forgive Anthony, bro. I think he's the worst. He's the worst I've ever seen, bro. He's got nothing about him. Like, I just don't understand it. 100 million. Like, I can't get over the price tag for that. If he came through the youth team and he was that bad, I'd still hammer him, but I would kind of have a bit more sympathy. But 100 million euros for that? Nah, no.
Yeah. Thanks. God, I can't believe you've thrown up the name Massimo Taibi. God, he's the one, that was the shot that went through his body, right, legs, on the floor. Right, yeah, wow. Horrible, man. That was ages ago. Yeah, that was when Man U couldn't find a keeper to replace Schmeichel for years, right? It just yeah. Next one. Who is the best player to have played in the Premier League? Full stop. Any club, any player. Premier League, who's the best to have played in it?
It's difficult. I can't choose one player.
You can give me a few.
If we go for midfielders, then we got Yaya Toure, Cesc Fabregas, Paul Scholes. Those are my three.
Right.
And then strikers, you got Suarez, you got Henry. Oh, you probably got Aguero as well. Like, strikers. If I had to pick three strikers, those would be my three. And if I had to pick midfielders, those would be my three. Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't pick one player. If I was just picking on purely just on a favourite, because of the kind of footballers I like, I'm probably leaning towards a Fabregas or a Toure, probably. Like, them two for me are probably the two best midfielders I've seen in the league.
Who do you think the most common answer we've had? We've done about 15 of these so far. Who do you think the most common answer we've had so far?
It's not going to be any of my guys. It'll probably be Thierry.
It's definitely Thierry Henry is the one that they're given. I'm so loyal to my man David that if I was doing this, I'm going with my man, even though I know he wasn't.
He was one of my favourite players growing up. Because my brother supported Spurs. And my brother used to love Ryan Giggs as well. Ryan Giggs was my brother's favourite player growing up.
Top player. 3 questions to go. The best current Man United player. I think this one.
No doubt. Like, I don't have a doubt. Casemiro, no problem.
Casemiro.
Yeah, no problem. Like, it's not even close. There's no one on his level. He's the only world-class player we have. Like, I can't pick no one else.
Yeah, do you know what? When I was thinking, it was difficult because when I'm asking people who support Liverpool or Arsenal or Man City, they've got a lot to pick from. But that, I think it kind of shows how far Man United have dropped, right? That you can literally go, boom, just this one guy. But okay, well, Casemiro, the penultimate question. And how long you been doing YouTube now, Rants? We ask you.
2017, so 6 years.
Right, 6 years. So you must have seen a few of these. What is the worst football opinion you've heard? Now, this can be, right? This can be from a pundit, from a commentator, from a YouTuber, from anyone, from something in your chat. What's the worst opinion you have heard? Because there must be a few a day.
Yeah, but the thing is, I hear so many bad opinions. I don't even, it's kind of just water for ducks back kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't pay them too much mind, the opinions, man. I couldn't put my finger on one specific opinion. I know the opinion that people get onto Rory about the Erling Haaland shout. Yeah,
that's my one. That is my one. Yeah.
That Erling shout from Rory, is legendary for all the wrong reasons.
Done him good though, right?
Yeah.
It's done it. We all need one of them a year to boost us. We all need one of them.
It's true. But that one was crazy, innit? That one was crazy because, how you could assume that he was gonna flop in a Man City
is that the equivalent, Rants, of if Mbappe signed for one of the big boys in the Premier League this year? Is that equivalent of me sitting there and going, this guy's poor? Like, he's going to flop. Yeah. Like, that, isn't it? And truly believing it. And I'd love to meet Rory and say, do you believe this? Do you? You know what I mean?
No, but I think he genuinely meant it at the time. Do you know what I mean? With comments like that, it's like a flick of the coin. It's like, if this comes off, you're going to absolutely have the bragging rights, innit?
Yeah.
But then if it doesn't, you look like a tool, innit? So it's one of them ones where I think that one is probably the most memorable one because so many people were absolutely slaughtering him for it. But I've heard
absolutely. And the last one will be this. What's your most controversial Man United opinion? So something that you truly believe that maybe a lot of your followers or fellow United fans really don't get, but you truly believe it.
A lot of them fans would say that all my opinions are controversial. You know what I mean? To be honest,
that's why they love watching you, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Bruno Fernandes is useless. Like, do you know what I mean? He's Man United captain, and he has quite a big following. And it's only more recently now I'm starting to see people voice their kind of frustration with him. But I think he's one of the worst players to ever play for us. Like, that's how bad he is. Like,
wow.
Honestly, like, there's a lot of Man United midfielders that never used to get into our team, like Nicky Butt, that I would take back now ahead of him. Like, you know what I mean? I think Bruno's useless. So I think I think that's probably the most controversial one because a lot of people actually rate him, but I think he's pants.
There we go. Man United, one of their worst players, Bruno Fernandes. Just a quick, tiny little bonus one for 20 seconds maybe. Man United play Galatasaray this week in the Champions League. You've got to win it. I believe you've got to win it to stay in the group, to stay alive. Confident. What's the score going to be? Give us a prediction.
I'm not confident. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can get a draw. I don't see us winning. If we win at Galatasaray, it'll be our best result of the season. I don't see us winning. I'd say I think maybe a 1-1 or a 2-2. I think it'd be a score draw. I don't see us winning. If we win, massive, but I can't see it.
Yeah, they're a good team, Galatasaray at home. To be fair, they should have beaten Bayern. I don't know how they didn't. But listen, Rants, thank you so much for giving us 15 minutes of your time to do that. Everybody, you know where to find Rants. If you don't, the link is in the title of the show. Rants and Bants must be heading towards, 100K now? Somewhere up near there?
We're pushing, we're around 85, getting close to 85, but we're pushing for the 100, yeah.
There we go. So get over there. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to Rants. Thank you very much. And listen, as always, everybody, we'll see you soon. And as always, come on, you Spurs.